In the first 2 episodes, we covered the big trends in game-going global compliance. Half of the top 30 publishers are taking urgent action, and the grey area is gone. We also talked about the 5 red lines and the 3 high-risk sectors, and exactly where those risk points are. A lot of you commented, we get the theory, but how do we actually do it? Where do we place age verification? How do we balance compliance with user experience? How do legal, product, and ops teams coordinate? Today, I'm going to walk you through the real-world practical insights shared by guests from Perfect World and FunPlus during the Salon's panel discussion, plus my take on where the trends are heading. During the mid-session panel, the guests from Perfect World and FunPlus all touched on a real tension. Legal teams focus on risk, while product and ops teams care about conversion, retention, and revenue. Where you place the age verification gate makes a huge difference. Put it before registration, and new user acquisition might drop. Put it before high-risk features like gacha, chat, or live streaming, the user flow feels smoother, but the product implementation gets more complex. Stanley, head of product operations at FunPlus, pointed out that product and ops teams need to understand the why behind compliance, and then translate that into a design that users can accept and the business can actually run with. The legal guest from Perfect World emphasized that legal teams can't just recite regulations. Things like where your company is incorporated, how servers are deployed, how payments are integrated, whether data crosses borders, and how UGC is moderated, these are infrastructure level decisions that need to be figured out early. For individual products, legal doesn't necessarily need to sit in on every daily meeting from day one, but they must be involved at key milestones. Game mechanics design, monetization strategy, target markets, pre-launch testing, version updates, and end-of-service planning. This really reflects the reality for most studios. If you leave compliance as a post-launch patch, you run into 3 classic problems: engineering rework, user friction, and pushback from business teams. Especially for products that already have a large MAU base, suddenly adding age verification or restricting features will spike user churn and customer support tickets. After that salon, my biggest takeaway is this. Starting in 2026, going global publishers are entering a phase of intensified compliance. In the past, competing globally was about product quality, user acquisition, genre choice, and monetization. Now you also have to compete on who can build risk controls into their systems earlier. Get compliance done early, it might just mean 1 extra workflow and 1 extra integration. Get it done late and it could mean emergency fixes, app store delisting, massive fines, media backlash, and long-term regulatory oversight. Games, AI, social apps, short dramas, interactive content, none of them can avoid this, especially child compliance, which has gone from a nice-to-have to a fundamental infrastructure requirement. Publishers used to be able to get on the bus first and buy the ticket later. In many markets going forward, they'll check your ticket before they let you on. The UK, Australia, Brazil, Indonesia, India, Turkey, and multiple US states are all pushing forward rules on age verification, parental consent, child data protection, and age-appropriate experiences. Apple and Google's Age Signal (AP) are also rolling out. In the future, there's going to be less and less room for publishers to say, I didn't know if my users were minors. This isn't fear-mongering, it's already happening. Among the top 30 Chinese game publishers going global, more than half have already started doing compliance. The other half, it's not that they don't want to, they're still watching, still hesitating, still calculating the costs, but the window is closing fast. Regulators won't wait for you to be ready, and the market won't give you a second chance. If you're already going global or planning to, here's my advice. Treat compliance as part of your product design, not a post-launch patch. It's not a cost, it's your ticket to surviving in the global market over the long haul. Alright, that wraps up this 3-episode series. If you have any thoughts or questions about going global compliance, feel free to drop them in the comments. Let's discuss. I'm Roski, and I'll see you in the next one.